This is a brief introduction to IRSA's time series tool. From the main IRSA homepage, go to the WISE mission page and scroll down. There you'll find a link to the time series tool. And you can see that you can upload a file from disk. I already have a file ready to go, and it is a WISE table. Upload. In the upper left here is a control panel. It reminds me what file I uploaded. It made a guess as to what time column I wanted, MJD, and what value I wanted to plot, in this case, WISE 1 photometry. The image display here describes the images that are down here. Right now they're displaying WISE 1, but I could also ask it to display WISE 2. Because most of these points are from the NEO-WISE portion of the mission, selecting WISE 3 and WISE 4 probably won't get us very much data. I'll put it back on WISE 1. This is the data table that I uploaded. Just as for any other IRSA tables and tools that have this look and feel, if I click in the table, other things change. The images are linked to the table. So any row that I click on in the table is shown as the image cutout in the middle. Because this table is sorted by time, this is the epoch before the highlighted epoch. This is 2 epochs back. This is the epoch after, and this is 2 epochs after. It also plots the light curve here. And this is interlinked too. If I click on a point here, it's highlighted in the table, and the images are highlighted here. What I would like to do is find if there's a period in this light curve. Let's go to the period finder. I'm launched into a different screen. It takes the time and the value column that I set on the prior screen. I can enter a period manually. I can use the slider to pick a period, or I can calculate the periodogram. It comes up by default with a lot of blanks. You'll just have to trust me that the defaults actually work pretty well. There's lots more information on the online help that talks about what those defaults are and why they work. Here's the periodogram that I calculated. If I click on the peak, there's the phased light curve. It also gives me a table of the peaks that it found here, but from the periodogram you can see that this peak really dominates. That one sure seems like the right period to me. We can accept that. It goes back to the main screen, and it's got the phase folded data, and the original data is still there. I can still interact with the images from the phase folded data screen. If I click on that, because I'm in the phase folded data tab, the images here are sorted by the ascending phase. So this is 1 phase step back, 2 phase steps back, etc. To save these results, I can click on the diskette to save the phase folded data in any of a variety of units. I can save the plot as a PNG file. If I want to download all of the data, I can select the rows I want and then prepare download. This will give me all of the WISE and NEO-WISE FITS files. Also, of course, note that I've got the period that I determined from the WISE 1 data, but I can also ask it to phase up the WISE 2 data based on the period I have from WISE 1. And we can filter down to avoid those outliers and see if that's still a good period. It sure seems like it. As I mentioned, of course, there's online help with more information about the time series tool in particular.